This is a 70's D-18 that I just finished up. Serial number 379. 74? 75. Mid-70s. Mid-70s, D-18. This one showed up in the video I was talking about. Please don't do this when doing a neck reset. It had the fingerboard cut at the body here, 14th fret. And I talked about why that's a bad idea and what I was going to do to fix it. This one fixed up beautifully. I used epoxy to glue the fingerboard back down to the top of the dovetail. And it was plenty sturdy. Went on really good. After that, this guitar was a dream. The neck went right on. I got it the very first shot. And I was done. So the modifications on this one, and then we'll play it. Your basic 70s tune-up. It's got Grover 18-to-1. It's got a new bone nut. I did a full Evo refret on it. Popsicle braces out. So far, the stock pickguard is on there. And honestly, I think I would leave it on there. It's come off at one time and it's been re-glued or something, but there's no sign of cupping or shrinking. It might not be the stock one. It might be a replacement black one. It looks good on this guitar. You know, it goes good with the sunburst. I scalloped the X braces. I changed the bridge plate to black locust, probably. Scooted the bridge, which a little tricky on the sunburst, of course, because you got more picky finish, but it came out good. I like it. Looks like a shadow under there. I put a Madagascar rosewood bridge on it with 2 1/8 of an inch spacing, long through saddle, and these are the new pins from Stu Mack. These are the Galilith black with a white dot, which I think look great on this guitar because I like the white dot. It goes good with the fingerboard dot. Excuse me. The black goes good with the black binding and the hard plastic. I'm going to be using a lot of these. I like them. Gosh, this guitar is so pretty, isn't it? It just... It reminds me of 1978 Linda Ronstadt. It's just so nice looking. It's got a fabulous neck on it. And, man, this is a really nice guitar. There's something aesthetically pleasing. I'm not real big on cosmetics per se, but there's something aesthetically pleasing about a nice looking guitar. And I'm a sucker for this kind of sunburst. And this guitar just looks so good. And it's got that nice dark hot rosewood bridge plate, which to me, I like it. I like that. And so I'm going to like the sound of the guitar. I'm going to like the way it plays. I'm going to like everything about it. I like the neck. The neck is really good. It's funny because when you get a good 70s neck, that's the best neck in the world for me. But it's funny because my original 1973 D-28, the Mozilla, which I've sold on down the line now to Evan, and he went ahead and sold it. But it had a super skinny neck, and I could never get that guitar to play right. Maybe my hands would adapt to it now, but when I went to 1 3/4 inch necks, and especially one 23/32, which is my favorite neck, I just thought, oh, that's so comfortable. Now, back then I didn't know anything. In fact, the Mozilla D28 is the one that I really learned everything on. I didn't know about the nut spacing so much then. The equal distance in between the strings, which now I found out is critical to my feel of the neck. It has to have an equal distance between the strings and not equal centers to centers. And so, there's just so many things that I know now that I probably could have made that guitar play a lot better. My shop 73 D28 over here, another 73, has a wonderful neck on it. And I've done all the tricks that I know on it. I consider that guitar to be on permanent loan, and I hope the owner can buy it back from me sometime because that's the right thing to do. And let me get this out of the way. I noticed that in the other video. There we go. It's my light. I'm not using it. But it's funny because there's a 73 D28 there that's a shop guitar. And, man, I love it, I did not do a 2 1/8 spacing on his guitar. And I'm really thinking about going in there and doing it. Making a new bridge for it because I just like that 2 1/8. Alright. This we got done. I'm going to compare it to the shop 72 D-18 over there, which again I really like. Here's the shop 72, and you'll see it in the AB. The neck on this one has got a little bit more of a rounded V as opposed to the shop guitar. It's chunkier. Yeah, I feel that. No, this is the first time I've actually compared them. This one's a little bit chunkier. They're pretty close. I thought this one had a little bit more of a C shape. I don't like C shapes. I like that rounded V. This one's good. This is a little bit chunkier. We're going to compare them in sound. But I mean, I would almost swap even. Because this is a valid comparison specimen, but I don't want to swap because I need the money that I got. I'm buying a new car and raising money for that, so I need the money. Plus, I like this guitar. I have an emotional connection to this guitar because it was such a dog when it came in. It really, honestly, was the worst 70's D-18 I've ever. It just struck me. This is a dog. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to sound good. So I have a little bit of an emotional connection in it. I always root for that underdog. This has got a good neck on it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I would swap. Because I do love the top on this guitar. And it's got the original 30s pickguard on it. It's got a Brazilian rosewood bridge, which I would rather it had a Grenadier, really, honestly, which I've been over before. But I do like this guitar. This guitar looks really good too. So, all right, let's do the AB. Let's get this one. Then I'll play this in a little bit. So here we go. I broke the high E tuning it up, and I don't have my clippers up here, so I did the hippie thing where I wound this up. So don't judge me, okay? That's how you can tell these guitars apart. The customer's guitar's got the wound up low E string here, okay? Here we go. Well, what do you guys think about that? I'm like 6 of one and half a dozen of the other on these two. Go back this one. This one's better. This has got, what's it got? This is better. It's got maybe a little bit more meat to the tone. And again, I think that's that Brazilian rosewood bridge. That guitar just did not respond good to the Brazilian rosewood bridge. I say that every time I pick it up. It sounded better when it had a Grenadillo on it, but the spacing was off on that bridge. I messed it up just a little bit. And I put the Brazilian on there just to see. And it just never quite worked as good for me. And this is a Madagascar rosewood, which I love Madagascar rosewood. I should put a Madagascar rosewood on that one. Man, they look so similar though, you know. Let me show you. Let me get a close-up of these two. Let's see if we can get a close-up. I'm going to drop my pick on the floor, and then I'll have to pick it up. Set it over here. And this one's got a little bit of, not stain, but it's got a little bit of oil on it, so it's darker. But take a look at these bridges. Let's get these guys in here. Let's see how they do this. Where's my camera? Okay. There, Madagascar. There's Brazilian. You know what? We're looking. I mean, they're close. If I didn't know that was Madagascar, I could probably tell. I know this one. This is one thing that's very characteristic of Brazilian that's hard to get in Madagascar. I have seen it. But this black streak, and this is why I picked this bridge paint, too. This black streak right here. It's very characteristic of Brazilian. That's also where the wood tends to split. So I flexed that bridge a lot before I put it on. But I love Madagascar rosewood. I used it for most of the time until I started trying Grenadillo. Madagascar was pretty much my standard to put on a D-18. Maybe I'll put one on that guitar, but that guitar is just not quite completely done it for me with the Brazilian, which is funny, but it's good to know the Brazilian is not this magic wood all the time, at least not in some guitars, you know. In some guitars it might be, but in that guitar, and that guitar just does not like that Brazilian as much as in this one. Oh yeah, you know. Which, I'm trying to find the words. It's lower pitch. To me, it sounds lower pitched than that. And that one's all Nanci Griffith. Okay, if this one is Linda Ronstadt, that one is Nanci Griffith. Sounds great. Don't get me wrong. I love Nanci, but it's all highs. It's all up there. And I'm not getting that kind of range that I'm getting out of here. Plus, it's not a sunburst. So that's a pretty good comparison. Linda versus Nanci. This is good. I'd probably swap. But no, I need the money. I like the neck a little bit better. The neck is just a little bit chunkier on that one. But this is good. Yeah. Two and 1/8 of an inch spacing. It's not that I don't like. I mean, I can play on 2 1/4. I can play on 2 1/8, but the 2 1/4 is just that little extra bit of comfort right in there. Let's see if I can remember some of the tunes I was playing earlier. Yeah, that's good. Oh, one more thing. Last thing. I did this on the earlier video this morning. Still got the scale here. Let's see what the D-18 weighs. I gotta get up here. I gotta get off the floor. Sorry. Okay, this one's 1900 grams. A little bit heavy for a D-18. Must be the weight of the sunburst, huh? Some people think that. And this one, yeah, that's a solid 18. So 100 grams difference. So this one's lighter. 100 grams. I don't know. Maybe the weight. Maybe the weight gives this guitar a little bit more of that richness. And a mahogany guitar, that's not a bad thing. And it feels like the weight's over here somehow. This one feels like it's got a heavier headstock for some reason. Probably the weight of the string. That's it. It's the weight of the extra string. I don't know. It sounds so good. Trying to think of a tune. I'm just playing cross picking stuff there. Oh well, fine. Let's just run with that, okay? Cross picking improvisation. That's hard to do. Doing the down, down, up thing. That is really hard for me to improvise on when I haven't played it in a long time. So. Here we go. gosh, what a good guitar. It's good for that, man. It's really good for that. I mean, I gravitated immediately to that sound, which I need to practice to remove my tunes, but nice. But I don't think it would be as good for this, you know. Yeah, it works for that, but that's not. Nah, that's not what I would play on this guitar necessarily. It would do it, but when I hit that right there, that little rumble that it gives off is just so cool. Right there. Yeah, but that guitar is so good on that. I would rather play that on this than the D-18s we did earlier today. So it's good. It's a nice guitar. Really good one. Oh, I guess this is done. I'm going to send the owner a bill. Look at that top.